Hi, I'm Miss B from Miss B's Library. I've got some of the library back there. So this is something new that I am doing that I've never done before. So we're all gonna go on this journey together. A little bit about me. I am 24, about to be 25. I teach 7th grade English, so middle schoolers, there's something. And I have been wanting to do this book project for a really long time. This is just one of my bookshelves. I have another one, and I love reading. And a couple years ago, I needed to downsize my books. So I took a lot of them that were YA, put them in my classroom. And I was like, wow, look at all this room. But my mother and my sister are also readers. And so we went through each other's books before we got rid of our books. So the end result has been I have this lovely bookshelf of books, but I haven't read all of them. Actually, I haven't read most of them at this point because a lot of the ones that were on my bookshelf to begin with that I had read, I got rid of. So now we're working with a brand new bookshelf of books that I have not read. And we are looking at 333 books. 333 books. That is a lot of books. So the way the book project is going to work is I have them all alphabetized in my computer. Now, not all of them I have yet. I do a reward system so I can get more books. So I will skip around a little bit at some points, but for the most part, I'm going to try and go in order as best I can. Now, they are getting rated in 5 categories. 5 categories out of 20 points, which equals a grand total of a score out of a 100. So a nice, easy percentage, if you will. But these 5 categories are their characters. Are their characters enjoyable? Do I like them? Do I root for them? But also on the flip side, for our villains, our protagonists, do I hate them so much that I almost understand them? It's gonna be really hard to get a perfect score. Relationships, that's the other category, right? The characters' relationships, their relationships with each other. I'm a big found family person. I love it when it's a group of people that were not born from the same people but were raised together or find each other later in life and become each other's family. I love that stuff. Now, not all of these books are going to be like that, but do they have good relationships, or at least are the relationships well thought out? Because if they have bad relationships, why do they have those bad relationships? Is there something causing it? Can I see that correlation? Plot. That's just simple. Is the plot good, right? Does it follow an actual sequence that makes sense? Is it surprising at some points, or is it the type of book that I figured out the ending in the first 2 chapters? Because that's no fun for anyone. Complex themes, that's the English major in me. Is there a theme deeper than just friendship, or is there a theme deeper than just your typical run-of-the-mill stuff that maybe I see a lot? And then my favorite category, the sucked in factor. That to me is how sucked in am I in this book? Is it something that I just don't ever want to put down? Is it something that I just can't wait for another moment to read because I want to be reading that book? Am I so into it that I'm dreaming about it? Because yes, I will dream about things when I'm super into them. So those are the 5 categories. They're each rated out of 20 points. It'll get a score out of 100. Now on the YouTube channel here, this is where I'll go more in depth, and I'll actually explain my ratings and kind of explain why I gave a book this score, what parts did I like about it, what parts didn't I. I'll go much more in depth about why did I actually rate it the way I did. And I'll also show you some tidbits of the reading process along the way, because there are definitely some books where I'm like, not that into it, but then about halfway through, I'm like, oh, wait a minute, never mind, this is a masterpiece, right? So kind of a little bit of snippets along the way. There is a corresponding TikTok that will have much shorter, bite-sized videos, kind of just, this is the book I'm reading right now, and then at the end, kind of just explaining, hey, these are the ratings. I've been wanting to do this simply because, one, I think as an adult, I don't read as much as I did when I was younger, and so now that I have all these books that I haven't read, it's a good time, I think, for me to try and get back into reading and actually exploring different things that I like. I've met a lot of adults who end up discovering they don't love the genres they always thought they loved, or they don't hate the genres they always thought they hated. So I'm trying to have a pretty good selection. I will be talking about what genre a book is, especially if it crosses over into multiple genres, and kind of explaining that. One thing I will also be doing, because I cannot get rid of the middle school teacher in me, is I'm gonna let you know what grade levels I think the book is appropriate for. Would I let my child read it, and what age would I let them read it at? I'll talk about a little bit of the themes that you'll kind of see. So if you are a parent and you're thinking about letting your child read this book, I'm gonna tell you anything that kind of stands out to me in it as like a, hey, you might have a problem with this, but I think they could handle it, that kind of thing, and let you decide, as obviously the parent, what you think your kid can do. But part of this is also that some of these books can probably go in my classroom. Now that's a very particular type of book, right? Because it has to be grade level friendly. Technically, if you don't know, young adult YA books are technically only appropriate for ages or grade levels 8 and up, and I teach 7th. So technically my 7th graders can't check out a YA book at the library or at the school library. They have to be 8th grade to check out the YA books or have a parent permission slip. So I have to be conscious of what grade level the books are at and what grade level my kids are at. And also, when you give a book to a child, 9 times out of 10 it ends up destroyed. So it can't be a book that I'm like so in love with. If it is, I might just have to buy like another copy to give to the children, because I love these children, don't get me wrong, but they will destroy my books. They will. They have done it before. They will do it again. We read Harry Potter this year, and I got an all new class set that was gorgeous, and I had to perform surgery on about 4 books before I gave them back. And I was so embarrassed turning my bin back in, because I'm like, you gave me 30 beautiful books, and now the only one that is remotely intact is mine, is the one that I borrowed. So yeah, I can't give them my nice books. And I have some signed books up here. I can't give them my signed books. Some of these books have interesting histories. Some of the books I have on here are actually translations from another language. Some of them have corresponding TV shows. I have the Witcher series, which if you don't know, that's a video game, a TV show, and a book series. So I definitely have some books that I think have an interesting history or kind of like interesting things associated with it or tied with it. So if I know anything interesting about it, I will tell you. If you know something interesting about it that I'm not saying, it's because I don't know it. So please enlighten me if you know some like weird fact or tidbit of information about whatever book I am reading. So like I said, I'm going to try and go through this alphabetically to the best of my ability. Like I said, some of these books are part of a reward system, so I won't have that book or book series until I've completed the task to get that reward, which might be passed after I've passed that letter. I already know I have some reward books in the B's, and I only have about 6 A's up there. That's it. I don't have a lot of A authors. The first book I'm going to start with is a trilogy. I do have a lot of series up here. A lot of series. So I will probably make little separate playlists for series, because I am going to give each book in the series an individual rating. The original idea behind this was to reorganize my bookshelf based on the books I liked the most. Having the books I liked the most starting at the top and going down and down and down and down. I did not have 333 books at that time. So that felt a little bit more plausible then. And also, there are some books in series that I don't like as much as I liked the other books in the series. And I don't love separated series on my shelves. But I do think that alphabetical is kind of going to be what I stick with. I might organize it by genre later, but I do have some authors that cross over into different genres. And I have some books that kind of cross into different genres. So we'll see if I end up deciding to do that at some point. All right, well, I hope you guys enjoy going on this journey with me. I am really excited about it, and I'm honestly just so excited to get back to the reader I used to be and that I know I can be. I had a coworker who reads 100 books a year, no lie, and it humbled me a little bit. It shamed me. So this is my due diligence. I am not going to read 100 in a year. I'm telling you that right now. I'm telling you that right now. It's April. It's late April. So no, but I digress. I want to document my journey. I want to show me going through it, also to hold myself accountable and make sure that I'm actually keeping up with it and my scoring, and I'm not just reading, and then forgetting to do the part that I've been wanting to do and I've been excited to do. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this half as much as I do. Bye. Thanks for watching.